Just giving it a moment here. Looks like stream's having not the best connection. 1 second here. Good connection. Good connection. We want great connection. What's going on here? Turn off Wi-Fi on my phone. Not sure if that really makes a difference. We'll see what happens. If it's actually not really sure why there's bad connection. All right. Well, I think it looks good to go. So far, I'm just getting the good connection, but I'm not really sure why, as we have Ethernet cable plugged in, glass fiber, everything ready to go. So let's just hope for the best. All right, guys, good morning. Welcome back to the live stream. We first review the watch list. We trade the market open every day. Hope everyone had a good start to the morning. Ready to go. Today is Tuesday. It's the 23rd of June. It's 9:14, basically 9:15 a.m. We got another 30 minutes or 15 minutes before the market opens at 9:30. And we'll wrap up the stream around 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check out the video description below for some FAQs. And that's everything. Let's dive into it. So SPY, it's going to be opening a little bit green here. Looks like we're at 313. We closed yesterday at 310.60. So a bit of a green pop to the upside. You can check the daily chart right here in the bottom right. So the market should be opening a little bit more green. Just a little bit, nothing too crazy. A lot of stuff going on. IDEX dropped like a rock 5 minutes ago. I'll definitely look at that one. Let's just check out what's going on here. KTOV was actually one of the top stocks I was looking at. I wasn't sure if it was going to be our lead gapper, but for now, I just want to talk about it a little bit here. 70% gapping up pre-market. Really, really nice run. Let me quickly scroll back one more time. So yeah, closed at like 7.7 or roughly like that. 70, where was that? 76.7. Right up here, 60% gap pre-market, 33 million float, Israel Biotech with phase 1 out of 2 FDA acceptance for the continuation of its trials. Could be an interesting pick. A lot of the past gappers weren't really long-lived, but technically right now it's on its third big green day. So this is kind of interesting with KTOV. I was expecting, or I was thinking maybe we could break this 1.2 as we're coming up here to a double top. Bounced off the VWAP. I bought this pullback here. Buying was a little bit light. It was tricky to trade this because of the spread on it. So I ended up just kind of selling it. Took 3 cents a share on this one. Not really too crazy. About 3% profit on it with with about like a $950 position size. So not really the worst, but just, you know, just is what it is. Kind of a fun little pre-market trade. FFHL. This one's looking pretty good. Because just now it started popping up again. I like the fact that it hasn't pulled back too much. Let's scroll back a little bit further. 64% gap, 1 million float, guys. That is a nice float we're looking at here. It's going to be a second big green day. Chinese packing containers. Q1 results is the catalyst, so good quarterly results. Let me see your sector update. Yeah, so increase in sales. Yeah, this will be an interesting one to watch for sure. Just because that 1 million float alone. Previous gaps, I mean, some open high, give back everything, some open low, and, you know, close somewhat high, but a lot of them are just, you know, 1 day spikers. So we're already kind of on our second green day here. Let's see what happens. I mean, we're already above 7, so it's looking really, really hot for FFHL. Well, we pulled a little bit below 7, but ultimately, I mean, this spot, you know, this could really, really take off. I think we're going to go into that high of 7. We're going to be breaking that. Let me quickly go back to the weekly chart here. Check. Okay, so this one's had much bigger days, oftentimes big sell-off. So that's kind of $8 to $9 range, big resistance. If we could break that, this could absolutely fly. For now, we'll just kind of keep an eye on it. For an armadillo, was it a worthy trade? Just kidding. Armadillos are kind of cute. Okay, so let's see here. I was also looking at HEPA, which I'm not, super stoked about. Has a 9 million float though, 55% gap pre-market, US biotech, kidney fibrosis results positive. So could, interesting catalyst, not really holding its highs that well. So a little bit kind of something to be nervous about potentially, but over 30%. I mean, not below 30% down. So that's technically good news. We'll see how this one opens up. $3 acting as big time support right now, but I'm not really watching HEPA. But let's see how it goes. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it tried to touch 3.5 into the open. And then let's talk about BRN, because this one's really the popper. This one had a big pullback though, around 37% pre-market. That made me a little bit nervous about it. Maybe thinking that maybe it was just going to sell off the rest of the morning. But then it came back, 4 million float, 200% gap pre-market. U.S. oil and gas Q2 results, basically doubling their sales, like 80% or so. So nice catalyst there, a bit more sustainable. I would like to see how this thing opens up. I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on this one. I got this one already on my second chart, so I could use this one to kind of switch around a little bit more. Pre-market, it's already been called out here from Dwayne, but basically, pre-market, this part was kind of tough probably to trade because it popped up here, went above the 9 moving even EMA, kind of like it did several times here, had a quick little retest, and more selling volume than buying volume. So this is not really a buy trigger just yet. If we scroll back over here, this is what it would have looked like. It would have been nothing really special. Let's go forward one. And here, nothing really special. And then, it still doesn't look really too hot. But the next candle comes with big volume. I didn't see any of this till a little bit later, but I think somewhere in this area. But anyway, when we came right back here, we broke VWAP with big volume. This would have been a really nice trigger, buying on that VWAP bounce, and then, taking that run to the upside. Would have been a really cool pre-market trade with BRN. But for now, we'll see how we treat this one. So yeah, big resistance up here, $2, big resistance zone. So that's the kind of area we tapped, then we pulled right back to 1.5. These kind of quarter areas I noticed on BRN are quite significant. So we have like 175, 225. These areas seem to definitely have a lot of tops and bottoms. So I'm going to keep an eye out for those areas. But yeah, a lot of one-day spikes here with BRN. So maybe it's just going to be a one-day spike as well. Maybe we're going to hit, this high here at 270. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, let's talk about IDEX. I know this is a really hot one with everyone. Congrats to anyone that's been swing trading this one for the last few days. I probably won't be trading it because I'm already overly biased on it, and I feel like it's going to be like the same with GNPX, where finally I decided to trade it, and that's when it crashes. It's already pulling back 25%. So pretty aggressive pullback back to this key support and resistance zone. Had a little bounce off the bottom. Could be great for buying dips here. I would just be careful. I think a lot of shorts are very interested in shorting this one. Let's see here. Hard to borrow, so it's definitely shortable, but depending on your broker, really. Put an alert here, so if we start breaking higher, back above on it, but right now, pulling off quite a bit. Put another alert. That's right, Michael. You tell him. Appreciate it, man. WKHS. Let's keep looking here. Remember, guys, any buy and sells is totally up to you guys. I'm just talking about what I think about some of these tickers. WKHS, WKH. If you're following me on buy signals, it's probably. It's going to be tough because you're always going to be kind of 2 steps behind, and I sometimes get out very quickly the second I see something on the level 2. So this is not really to copy trade. This is definitely 100% not to copy trade. This is just a community where we learn from each other. So just keep that in mind. Everyone has a different trading strategy. So it's really kind of impossible just to copy somebody else. WKHS. Yeah, breaking the $6 area. Hit a high of 7, pulling back here. Neat little 20% popper. $8 seems to be quite a critical zone. We also have a lot of tops here at like 875. So I would keep an eye on this area, 860 almost. See if we break out a 7. Is there a catalyst on it? We've had this one pop up on the scanner so many times. Let's see, all electric delivery vans. Very cool. Nice catalyst though, for sure. Past inspections, that's really nice. CJJD, kind of popping up a little bit here. I looked at it pre-market when it was called out earlier, but not a lot of volume. I'm not totally sure why I would want to get on something like this. I don't believe it has a catalyst. I don't know. It's on the backside of a really, really big move here, and I think there's some major resistance here in this area. So maybe you could start breaking through some of these big zones, like 1.8, 1.9, 2. It'll be interesting to see if it does that, but I think there's a lot of back holders on CJJD, and I think there's hotter opportunities for day trading. I don't know, swing trading wise, it's a whole different story, but for day trading, I probably won't be looking at CJJD. BRN bouncing off VWAP a little bit. Human trafficking business. I have no idea about that. You guys write some interesting comments sometimes. BRN. Look at this thing. Just popping on up here. I'm going to be 100% watching BRN out of the gates without a question. So I'm going to have this one on my second screen. I want to kind of be flexible here. Maybe we're going to see something else. So we got another 3 minutes to the bell. Let's think about, market's going to open a little bit green. FFHL, one of our lead gappers, is looking a little bit weak, but could find some big support here at $6.50, maybe even $6. Maybe it's going to have a quick red to green move. I don't know. If it breaks 7, it could be nice. BRN is really, really looking interesting here in this area. If I wanted to trade BRN out of the gates, I'd probably be looking for about 100. I mean, I don't know. I got to think about this one for a second. Half position size would be about 500, maybe 600 shares. Full position size about double. So I'll be looking at this one for sure out of the gates. Maybe ideal entry would be at 1.8. That'd be really, really sweet. I don't know if we're gonna get something like that. It could be quite a messy open here. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I think I'll probably have KTOV on my other screen. I kind of like how it's performing. It has a bigger float though, so I don't see that massive spike ability. I also don't like the extended decimal places. Always makes it a very annoying ticker to trade. Got another minute, 50 seconds here till the market opens. BRN trying to break $2. Nice, Heiko. All right, guys, another minute and a half. Let me lower the volume a little bit. Last time I gave myself a heart attack when the bell rang. I was like, what is going on? Another 50 seconds till the market opens. Just kind of, I'm watching KTOV. I'll keep this screen ready to switch it up. I'm watching BRN on my other chart. $800 shares, maybe even 900 shares ready to go on KTOV. All right, guys, good luck, everyone. 10 more seconds here. BRN, big breakout here. KTOV pulling back. Big move on BRN. Let's see if it pulls back here. I'm not sure. Could keep holding its highs. Back above 2. KTOV, watching this one. FFHL having a really good red to green move here. BRN pulling back a little bit. Big sellers on BRN for sure. FFHL finding some support here at 6. KTOV, one of the lead gappers on the day, biggest dollar volume. Surprising WKHS as well. BRN's not even on my list for some reason. Not totally sure why. Oh, it is down here. I think it just hasn't updated yet. That dollar volume is much, much more. KTOV, guys, big moves. Breaking out here. Looks like it's going to be a big break above 125. Still watching BRN. Woo-hoo-hoo, KTOV going crazy. Big old green candle, that's right. That thing is no joke. Hard to get an entry on TD Ameritrade with KTOV with the decimal place issue. They really got to fix that. I don't know how many times I've told them about it. I bet you everyone complains about it. BRN, possible pullback. Markets are all green. KTOV has definitely the lead volume on this one. BRN, something with the volume just is not updating here. That's definitely not right. Not sure what the issue is on it. I'm watching BRN pulling back here a little bit. Only one trade on KTOV so far, and that was pre-market. I'm not sure why it's not showing up here on the charts anymore. BYFC is below 2.5. WKHS had a pretty nice open here. It looks like it's holding this area quite well. Well, right as I say that, it's pulling back just a tad. WBRN also pulling back here. Definitely something wrong with the dollar volume on BRN. This is always a intense moment of the day. WKHS, this is a really, really nice setup right here. I was not watching this one, but this was a really nice quick pullback and then a pretty serious little rip to the upside, 8%. BRN still pulling back. KTOV at 125, looks like. think KTOV might just pull back any moment here. $75. KTOV bouncing again. Check out LLEX. Looks like a lot of people are watching it. FFHL is having a pretty decent red to green move, I gotta say. LLEX right here, guys, popping up sub dollar, but it has a pretty solid pattern. Declines in oil prices. Not sure what the catalyst is about at this one. No news, it looks like. BRN might be pulling back here just a little bit. FFHL looks like a big breakout here. Big volume on it. Was watching BRN very closely, waiting for a dip into the low 60s, but it never happened. Moving a bit slower than you would expect as well. Woo! FFHL, guys, huge breakout here. Remember, FFHL had the 1 million float, so really this one's probably the most explosive ticker that we're going to be looking at today. Looks like FFHL was halted. This could be really, really good. I want to keep focus on FFHL. I really like that low float on it. I'm going to check the chat room in a little bit here, just kind of watching the charts once the things kind of slow down a little bit. FFHL, it's going to open up at 46.46, so definitely I think that one's going to be a fun one to watch. Ooh, Garrett, nice entry with that 715. Really, really sweet. Lonely Artist. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into it. KTOV, guys, remember it has a bigger float, 33 million float. It's going to be, although it's a one of the lower price stocks, it's actually going to be one of the least probably explosive based on that float alone. Here we go. It is moving though. It is a little tricky to get some entries on it. 943. High there of 135. Nice move so far, KTOV. Possible entry at 26. Want to be careful here with this one. 24, quicker pullback. It's really annoying not to be able to kind of enter in here. Huge sellers, guys, on the 30. I don't know if you guys saw that. Nice, Huzaman. That was a snag, huh? Really good swing trade. I'm going to keep my watch here. FFHL is basically going to open up in 60 seconds. That should be a pretty fun one. KTOV back at 28. This one's got huge sellers on the ask. Make me a little bit cautious. It has buyers too, though. Definitely has a lot of buyers as well. BRN pulling back again. FFHL opening up here. Big spike higher immediately. Big push. This might get halted again here. Wow, 85 might get chipped away. Huge spread on this one. Ridiculous. 855. BRN's also pulling back, and FFHL is taking off, having a quick little pullback here after the getting unhalted. That was a huge move. Nice here, Tom. Thanks, Karat. Appreciate it. Wow, this is a hectic morning. Woo! I think FFHL, our lead gapper on the day, had a pretty healthy red to green move. That would have been a really fun time to trade this one. Here we go again, though. It's up 44% from that red to green move. BRN is now kind of fixing up a little bit here. I'm not really sure what was wrong with BRN earlier. BRN pulling back here. Maybe possible entries coming up. I would probably already be buying BRN if this was the initial dip, but since we kind of crawled to this area, I'd be waiting for probably a bigger dip. We're over 200 viewers. Woo! Sweet. Didn't even notice that. BRN pulling back again here. 62. Popping back up from that. 5% so far, or 5 cents a share. What do we got? Watching FFHL, but I'm also watching BRN on my other screen really closely. If I enter a trade on it, you guys will know. Obviously, we'll move it over. Just kind of keeping a focus here. Would probably like one more little pullback on it though first. Doesn't look like we're gonna get that pullback. Maybe we will, I don't know. Bouncing already at 65. It would have been tough entry. Whew, FFHL. Oh man, there's just stuff going all over the place. IDEX and NKLA deal rumor. That's interesting. KTOV is having some big struggles here in this this area. It is the elite gapper though. Big dollar volume on it. $50 more likes for FFHL. I should start basing my trades on likes. That'd be so ridiculous. After the first, 30, 45 minutes, usually things simmer down just a little bit. Then I have more time to check the chat room. Right now, I'm focused on possible entries. FFHL, guys, bouncing off the $8. BRN bounced off the 1.6. BRN could be a really good dip buy at one point. I'm just not really sure when. I got to get also used to trading more often. I'm still in my mindset of being limited on trades, and I'm like, nope, got to wait for the perfect setup. And then I'm like, wait, no, I don't. Although you always kind of want to, not take too many subpar setups. FFHL, man, what a bounce here. 50 cents a share up already. FFHL looks like it could be breaking to a new high any moment. Needs to get past the 81. Boom! Instantly did it. Into 9. Whew, if this gets halted again. 906. Markets are pulling back just slightly, but it's a little bit irrelevant for us. BRN pulling back a little bit more, could retesting the 60 zone. Going into the 50s. BRN entry, partial entry though, didn't get a full execution. Only got 200 shares. I'm gonna close this position for now. I wanted a little bit bigger of a fill, but I didn't get that fill. It was a little bit late to the party. So just going to close this one out. Was waiting for that entry in the 50s. We went down to 55 or 57 or whatnot. That was really, really quick. I also basically missed my entry. I was too... everything was kind of right. I just didn't go down as much as I was thinking. Here we go, pulling back again. Got to be careful here. You don't want to get stuck in a stock that just keeps going down, but at the moment, big support in this area. Not sure if we're going to get it this time. Another pullback here. 56. Yeah, I missed this one again. Not an easy stock to get. It's like kind of flashes there for a second. Whew, FFHL, congrats to everyone on this one. Really, really sweet move here. Halted again. I think it's the third halt for today. Absolutely crazy. Yup, Mo, it's the money maker for sure. KTOV, just be careful. This one's kind of been pulling back. We saw a lot of sellers on it. Finding somewhat maybe of a base here, but we'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, BRN is definitely pulling back quite a bit, but 1.6 zone seems to act as big support for now. WKHS, Dipskis left and right. Had a failed breakout earlier today. FFHL. Yeah, FFHL, elite gapper on the day, really. Nothing too surprising on there. TVIO, I don't know. I don't think we're really looking at this one. No, I don't think Plug's moving much today either. FFHL is just ripped on how to year. I think I should have put, I said this pre-market and I should have kind of reinforced it like 1,000 times. 1 million float on FFHL. That is just the recipe for big moves like we're seeing. So yeah, love to see that. 1 million float, really, really nice. This thing's gonna get unhalted again at 59. Let's quickly check out GNUS. I see you guys calling it out. Yeah, little moves here for sure. 2.5 to 2.8. Massively on the backside of a bigger move. Not too much volume today though. Good call on that, Corey, for sure. The sell volume was pretty weak on the open. Would have been great to snag FFHL. I was watching, what was I watching? KTOV out of the gates? There's only so much you can watch at one point. I'm still trying to get better at switching back and forth, but it's a mix of lagginess with TOS. My laptop probably as well. It's only got 16 gigabytes of RAM, which should be enough, but with the streaming, sometimes it has issues. And then, already having two screens open, and then you're switching around. It's tough. It's tricky. I definitely want to get better at that though. Yeah, BRN might be also building its first green candle. FFHL opening up here again. Boom, just broke 10. Sliding back though quickly. Big spread on this, guys. BRN had a quick little pullback here to 52 or 51 even. Very quick pullback. It's so hard to snag an entry on this one. Oof. FFHL, let's keep watching this one here. 9.5 big support first round, and then $9 if it breaks that. Quick pullback to the 9-minute. $10 o'clock, guys. Woo! This day is flying by. Oh, man. Here we go. FFHL pulling back again. Might break the $9. Bounce back up fairly hard. Yeah, we're trading pretty much based on technicals, price movement, and volume. But we obviously want to be trading stocks with a catalyst and in our ranges. So we got like 6 criterions for the stock we're looking at. Float ideally under 50 million, has a catalyst, has strong spike history. So former runners, ideally good daily chart, which means it has room to run. Fast rate of change, which means, one candle is like 10, 20%, just like we're seeing with FFHL. And ideally between $2 and $7. Those are kind of my criteria. Those are my ranges that I'm looking for. FFHL does kind of look like it might pull back one more time here. If the 9-minute breaks, I think the $9 will break pretty soon after. But for now, it's holding. For some reason, it feels like I already had a few trades today, but I don't think I only had one. No, I had 2. That's why. Because we had that half trade. We didn't get a full entry. That's why I was so confused. I was like, something doesn't feel right. KTOV back 13. I'm not sure. I'm probably not going to be touching KTOV for a little bit. FFHL pulling back here. You know, FFHL might get halted on the way down, and then it could be a really, really good dip buy. Going for the little VWAP bounce right now. Yeah, LLEX might be something worth checking out for sure. BRN breaking higher here at 1.6, getting chipped away. Ah, so close on that entry. So many missed moves on BRN. Kind of ridiculous to miss so many. BRN could be a snag if it breaks once, any sort of quick pullback, but yeah, I already missed my pullback several times on BRN. FFHL had that VWAP bounce. A lot of front running going on. Big pop there. LLEX is interesting for sure. Sub dollar, not always the biggest fan of those, but you know, sometimes you get beautiful moves, so you don't want to sometimes write them off entirely. Just they tend to have really big spreads though. KTOV trying to do a little bit of a reversal itself. Big sellers on KTOV is still. XRF opening nice. Let's keep an eye on it. Check out BRN, guys. Huge move so far on it. This was a pretty serious bounce reversal. We were kind of all expecting it. I missed my entry in the 50s, but I should have just kind of got a little bit more aggressive. Whoa, whoa, whoa. BRN popping right here through VWAP. Big, big move. BRN, 4 million float, guys. 200% gapping pre-market. Good quarterly 2 results. Making some big, heavy moves. Potential entry on a quick pullback. Not sure if we're going to get it. Buyers at 80. I think BRN is quickly turning into one of the nicer stocks today. Nice, Heiko. BRN, $280 profit. Really, really sweet trade on that one. Just checking it out now. Sweet, sweet, sweet move, man. That's what it's all about. Really, really good stuff. Over here, like dialed in on my other screen. But yeah, that is amazing. FFHL, good call. BRN pulling back here, 72. Just got an entry on BRN here. Let's see if we can get a bounce back above VWAP. That's my target. Entry on the 68. Having a bit of a reversal here. Sellers on the 124. How to cut my losses on this one. Try to close my position earlier. Didn't get the ability to do that though, so that was a little bit unfortunate. Gave back some profits there, 4 cents a share. I tried to say cancel trade when we had that crash because I placed my limit order on 64. Didn't really want that spot. You guys probably heard me trying to get out of that one, so a little bit annoying there. So on BRN, even though we called it out perfectly, somehow I'm down on it, which I guess happens sometimes. Let's keep watching it here. That's a bit of a problem and why I don't trade too quickly. It's because I don't have, it's just a little bit laggy, really is a big issue. Dipping into the 160s again here. Doesn't really look like we're going to crack 160. We might, just watching it closely. We do have big support in this general area. That was a pretty aggressive sell-off that we saw though. Man, why is my computer so laggy? It's kind of a little hard to trade on it right now. Nice stuff. Good to hear, guys. Don't forget to drop a like if you're getting some good trade ideas. So BRN is unfortunately a red ticker for me today. And then we have, what was our other ticker that I was trading? KTOV, green ticker. So I'm pretty much not really any better or worse off today yet. So let's just kind of keep trading it here. A little bit unfortunate that we didn't get that fall through with KTOV the second time. I mean BRN. That's exactly what I was looking for. Got a nice little pullback here. I should have closed it when the bounce was weak. I was really expecting this one to go quickly. So that was a big sell sign, I think. I should have probably been a little bit more quick on that. But I was, switching screens back and forth, and my focus probably wasn't where it should have been. But whatever, a loss is a loss. It happens. There's nothing wrong with a loss. But just a little bit disturbing because we called out the move, and then somehow I didn't get it. It's classic. Going back here to just check out some other moves, make sure we're not missing anything. FFHL had some decent bounces off of 8. One more possible dip on BRN right now. Just got a quick entry on BRN at 53. Looks like BRN is still selling off here. Still selling off. Took another loss on BRN. Not really the worst one. Actually, for the fact that I had a big dip, man, I'm having screen issues left and right. This screen is like half in this. Oh, Lord. My bad, guys. Getting a little frustrated here. So we had two red trades. Both of them weren't really that bad. We just had too little. You know, you got to cut your losses quickly, and that's what we did here. So it was kind of annoying that I missed this reversal. I had several limit orders in this area. I kept on removing them, placing them back, removing them, placing them back, second guessing myself, and then missed the big run up. Then I had to pull back here. This one didn't work. Cut their losses quickly. This one didn't work. Luckily, we only took a 3 cents a share loss on this one. So overall, not really too bad. I think we're a little bit red on the day now. Yeah, we're $24 red on the day now, so not the best, but it is what it is. Looks like BRN is now bouncing. Yeah, I'm just on the wrong side of BRN, unfortunately. Time and time again, now it's back to where my entry was. So a little bit of not my ticker today, I guess you can call it. I'm not sure. It's Scully, sorry to hear, man. KTOV still pulling back here. Maybe it's going to start finding some support around $1. I'm not totally sure. FFHL tinkering around the $8 zone. I'm gonna fill up my tea quickly. Good little take a little breather here. LEX had a nice break here back above VWAP. Let's see what you guys are talking about with INO. I don't know. I would probably think about maybe is it worth a swing trade or something like that, because for day trading, it's not volatile enough. You could maybe argue it is, but my problem with it is this whole entire perfect move right here is only 17%, which doesn't make it that interesting anymore. So I probably won't be trading INO. But as a swing trade, could be really, really interesting. Got a price target increase. $18 to $24, not too shabby. So yeah, definitely good swing trade potential. Those price targets are always quite nice. Has to break from that 20 zone. Big resistance there, maybe even 19. It's already on a really big move, INO. IDEX. A bit of engulfing candle. It doesn't look like it's going to break out today, but the fact that it's holding its highs is actually quite a good sign. Needs to break above 3.5, I think, to really get some interest going on it. It's starting to have really, really aggressive pullbacks, IDEX, which to me shows signs of cracks of momentum. So that's a big reason why I probably wouldn't want to trade IDEX. It's had a huge run from 27 cents just a few weeks ago. So definitely just keep that in mind. But yeah, for so far, it formed a bit of a base here at 2.8. If it breaks VWAP, I wouldn't be surprised if it maybe retested this area 3.2. But ultimately, I don't really expect too much today. But it can't stay in this area forever. So it's definitely going to move. It's either going to have a huge breakdown soon, or it's going to rip past 4. I don't think it's going to stay here much longer than a day or two. Sorry, Florida. What happened to Florida? Oh, FFHL. Heiko, what was this trade? Were you looking for the break here? This was actually pretty interesting because we had a crack higher here, had a green panel candle pulling back, made a 5% move, but then VWAP, comes in real heavy. Yeah, a lot of these trades are just pre-market beauties. That's where I got my trade too. Nice ironic oxymoron. You got to start somewhere. That's what I like to hear. I think we're going to have a really nice kind of second half of the morning here. So that's kind of what I'm gearing myself up for. I don't want to take any unnecessary risks right now. Yeah, so pre-market trading is sometimes a bit more risky because the spread, and oftentimes the volume is just very light. And then sometimes news articles comes out whacking the ticker, 50% plus or minus. So you never really know what's going to happen. So I trade pre-market, but I trade with half my usual position size, which makes me a little bit more comfortable overall. Yeah, I'm watching BRN. I really don't know if I'm ready to get into it again. It's tough. It's tough. Oh, Heiko. Yeah. That's not what I like to see. We're going to have to squeeze one more good trade out of you then, at least. Ooh, my vision's getting blurry. Let's see. Bigger position size on the one that didn't work. It's always stressful when that happens. That was a quick flush too, a very, very aggressive flush. BRN pulling back. Ooh, I think I got some sniffles coming on here. Yeah, Heiko, thanks for the shares. It's always nice to see what everyone's doing. Yeah, that was a real pickle, FFHL. Still pulling back. Good thing I didn't enter BRN. I knew like this one typically would be a good setup here with that 5-minute pullback, or a little breakout here, and then having a nice pullback. We even had the 5-minute breakouts. So everything technically is exactly what you wanted, and then it just pulls back even more. So it's been a tricky one to trade. I think the only really good trade was the one Heiko got. This was a beauty. You could probably argue that out of the gates at like when we broke 96 would have been a good trade, but that's always really tough to do with TOS. Tends to be a little bit more laggy in the first few minutes. So yeah, base hits, those do work. Sometimes our best weeks is when we have no big winner, but we just have constant, 5-10% winners, although 10% is already pretty good. $8.56. Yeah, KTOV is coming back to life just a little bit here. Rohit Gopal. I don't know, guys. I mean, I usually tend to be on the side of what Heiko did, cutting your losses very quickly. That's kind of the way I trade as well. I had 2 red trades on BRN. but it didn't really affect me too much because I cut the losses at like 2%, even less. I don't know if you guys are swing trading. It's so different. It's so hard for me to say, you know, should you buy, should you sell? There's so many variables, and depending on what your goals are. But if you are trading a breakout and it no longer works, then I would almost always cut my losses. Just always think of it like this: what's your trading plan? What's your thesis? Why did you get into that trade? And is that still a thing? Is that entry? Does that still make sense? If all those are yeses, or you know, everything makes sense, it's still doing what I want it to do, then, you know, probably stay in. But if it's a big clear no, then, you know, what are you doing? Why are you still in the trade? Us near out. Is that Houston? Sometimes it helps to trade with smaller position size. That way your emotions are, they just don't really play as much of a role. That's true, Dex. Very true on that. It's either a win or a lesson, right? Yep, I'm also trying to pull myself out of the red a little bit here. I think we might have a nice reversal at one point. It's already 10:30, maybe around 11, maybe 11:30 or so. Who knows? Michael, you're probably right on that. I think you're definitely right on that. That's a really funny statistic. A little bit slow here. Again, pre-market would have been actually kind of a time to get some good trading in. Not necessarily the best, but it's definitely a little tricky stuff what we're seeing here. KTOV has a lot of dollar volume on the day. I think once this one really starts revving the engine again, if it does, could be a really, really nice kind of secondary half of the day trade. Woo, KTOV out of nowhere, right as we're talking about it, has a nice little rip up here to 15, into the 11. Maybe we could get a quick dip on it here. Still having a lot of power. Might break through VWAP any moment here. Big buyers on the 16, watching it closely. $17 getting chipped away. Could be a breakout buy. Pulling back here at 14. Remove my limit order for now, since it's been a little bit shakier of a day for me. 14 acting as big support. Buyers on the 15. Never pulled back down to 13 where I was waiting. Yeah, Tammy, I totally agree with that about pre-market. That's why I tend to do I like to do 1 or 2 trades pre-market, just to kind of give me a feel for the day. Here we go, KTOV guys breaking out here. It's 117. Trying to break out. Whew, sellers back. Anyone buying that breakout probably might be trying to get out now. Tough, tough, tough. 16 back here, 117, getting chipped away. Looking for a KTOV breakout buy here, half position size. Bought the breakout in the 17. Only doing half position size. Getting chipped away here. Very small position for me. Didn't work out. That's why I used half position size. Basically broke even on this one. I don't typically trade breakouts. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to use a tiny position size. That way I can trade it without having like any kind of stress. It was kind of fun to be part of it, but you know, didn't really get the breakout I was waiting for. I was waiting for two big quick candles. So yeah, I took a tiny loss on this one. This was really more or less a kind of a practice on my buying breakouts. I typically don't do those, but yeah, that was a good little fun. I'm gonna go back to. Actually, that was like a half of a half. That was a 25% position size. So that was a really small size. I could have probably let it run a little bit longer, but I was trying to treat it like a real full-size trade. So buyers coming back in here. Maybe we will get that breakout at 117. I'm going to be ready to go with a half size just in case. FFHL is kind of curling a little bit here. Might break the $8. Could be an interesting ticker to watch. Although it has been just continuously selling off even after a little bit of a little curved bottom. So I'm not super excited about it. So what do you say about breakouts? Either break out or you get out or bail out. But yeah, this is a pretty classic example of breakout or bailout. 1050, guys. How's BRN looking? Yeah, I put an alert if it starts breaking above 160, but if it doesn't, I might honestly not really be paying attention to it the rest of the day. So here, BRN, actually my alert's at 162. Maybe we'll see something kind of start squeezing out of this one. I mean, we do have big support here. Let me actually move down my alert just a little bit, move to 59. For now, it's just probably going to be off my radar a little bit. Doesn't look like we're having any big moves. Nice, Colin. Good to hear. That's awesome though. Heiko's good fun to watch trading too. He's always posting crazy trades, just absolute behemoths. XRF shooting up. Why does XRF sound like a crypto stock or something like that? Shooting up or backside pullback. I mean, this is potential dip buy territory here. Keeping a close eye on FHL. This one's trying to gain some momentum here to crack back above $8. Yeah, WKHS is so overextended for me. I really don't like trading these stocks that are just extremely overextended. They make me a little nervous. I really, really hope something's going to start breaking to new highs at one point. FFHL could be pulling back here again, or this could just be a quick retest before we rip through 8, but not a lot of volume and kind of a decent amount of sell volume makes me a bit more nervous. KTOV trying again here, chipping away at 115. Just watching it. Possible entry on the 15. KTOV is one of our lead gappers on the day. 33 million float, but this one does kind of seem like it constantly wants to make new highs. Sellers on the 15. FFHL just had a wicked sell-off. No new news. Let's see if we can get an entry on KTOV here. Buyers still in on KTOV. Just entered KTOV here at 15. Looking for that breakout. Back to 14. KTOV kind of building up some momentum here. Not as much volume as I would hope for. Lead gapper on the day though. I think people are looking, keeping an open mind. $15 could break away here. Another small loss for me on KTOV. You know what? I might even have to stop trading, honestly. I think I might even be breaking my rule here in a second. Three loser trades in a row. I'm at $40 red on the day, which is not bad at all. I'm having several red trades. I'm not getting the breakouts. I'm not getting the follow throughs that we've been getting, which is fine. But at one point, you got to switch something, and I got to think about that for a little bit, because I think I just got 3 red trades in a row. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, technically, I was supposed to stop trading 1 trade ago. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's my typical max three losing trades in a row. Just one of those days, guys. Down $182. What am I saying here? I'm down $40. It's not even remotely bad. But when you're on one of these streaks where you're just not getting what you're wanting, eventually you're going to start, forcing trades and whatnot. And clearly today's not my day. I had some decent, a decent pre-market trade. I thought, okay, this is looking good. And then didn't really get the follow through from there on out. So here I am. SDIM from yesterday, or no, that was SINT. Yeah. Thanks, Akram. I appreciate that. Zima, I like TD Ameritrade. I find it quite nice. KTOV definitely was a bit tricky to trade. This pre-market dip would have been really interesting at 111. That was a really nice run up. I gotta really work on getting more aggressive in those first 5 minutes. We can all win if we hit that like button. That's right, Michael. You tell him. Trading while under the influence of caffeine. That's every day. That's default mode, David. I'm not sure what's going on. Like, is anyone here not drinking coffee? Yeah, Tom. You're so right. What is going on here? It's so ridiculous. It's like, there's a firework station or firehouse. There's a firehouse pretty close by, like a street away. But it usually doesn't make that much noise. I don't know why it's so crazy. Maybe it's just they do it because they know I'm streaming. That seems to be quite common as well. Like the mailman, if he knew I was streaming, and he instantly was like, I gotta knock on this door. My day trading book. That's funny. I thought this was because of my streaming that like I get already a little bit extra tense. So because of that, I don't drink coffee. I stopped drinking coffee like an hour or two before my live streams. So technically I'm not super caffeinated, but I've been drinking coffee all day. I've probably already had, 4 cups of coffee, by like by my workout, which was at 11. So technically I already got my pump. Morning bull. There we go, drones and GoPros. That's funny. I got Camilla tea, which kind of is the opposite of caffeine because it's supposed to relax you. Min just goes all in. Yeah, David, I mean, for sure. I think a healthy lifestyle definitely affects your trading for the better. That's also why I try to be very strict on like working out at least 5 times a week. I think there's definitely a big correlation there. Oh man, look at KTOV. Oh, this one really is just messing with my heart. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's check out some of these long-term ones. SPCE. Even BRN looks like it might try to do a reversal here, which is so tempting. David, oh man, okay. It is what it is. Wait a second. Did I miss my entry here? $25,000 challenge. Oh my lord. Oh my god. Guys, look at this. This just literally sums up sometimes my life. Here we go. I placed this limit order yesterday. I don't remember if it was before or after my recap at 1682. Price goes down to 1682. I don't get filled. Runs up 3%. I probably would have not sold, but still, that's really annoying. Oh man. Not even the prayer will help. I always pray to baby Jesus before all my trades. Clearly have not been praying hard enough. All right, so with SPCE, I really wanted that little dip entry. I can't believe I didn't get filled right there. That's just so classic. I think what I'm going to do with SPCE, since it looks like it's low volume selling off today, I'm actually going to probably move my ticker down, my limit order. Maybe we'll get an entry here a little bit lower. I'm not totally sure where. I'd probably really hard to say. I don't think we would get filled if we put it where we're putting it right now. I'd probably put it above 53, looking for a potential continuation here, maybe even 55. I can't believe I missed it by 1 cent last time, so I'm going to go ahead and move this to 55. This is my swing trade here on SPCE. No order, no fills yet on it. Let's go here to let's make this current account a little bit bigger and review some of our trades today. Or not trades today, but just trades in general. Open the account info. So we have IDEX. I have a really low limit order on IDEX, around $1. Again, this is just, sometimes you get offering, sometimes the stock falls to $1 and bounces back up. This almost like never happens. Sometimes I'll go a month without getting a trade using that kind of setup, but then I don't know, randomly I'll get 2 in a row and make 20-50% off of it. So sometimes it works, but oftentimes it's just it often just doesn't work. So U1, let's kind of go here again, low limit order. I want to move. I want to get rid of these limit orders. I don't really think we're going to get an entry. But what I'm waiting for, the reason I have yet to remove the limit orders, is I'm waiting for a setup that I generally believe in for a swing trade, something that will has some multi-day runs on it. Actually, okay, let's go to space really quickly, and then we'll keep talking here. So SPCE. We had a nice little breakout here from this kind of $20 or $16 resistance zone, which was getting worse and worse. So we had a nice break with big volume. So I would like to buy a dip. After I buy this dip, I'm going to look for a break of 20. If we don't get a break of 20, then I'll probably be starting to close out here. But I think we could see a break of 20. I might even take some profits and then rebuy back at like 18 or something. I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but that would be a pretty cool way to trade SPCE. If SPCE pulls back down to, let's say, 13 or breaks past 15, then I'm going to cut it for a loss. So that's kind of how I'm looking to trade it. I would like a break of 20. Honestly, on a break of 20, I'd probably be looking to take some profits, if not close the whole position. So coming back to the day trading kind of chart here on the 15-minute, yeah, maybe we'll get a pullback to 1650. Maybe we won't. I'm not sure. So kind of keep an open mind on that one. SINT had a limit order here at $1 as well. Looks like so far no entry. U1K, I kind of want to remove this one because that's twice position size on one ticker. That's not usually what I like to do. NETE, not really doing much of anything. These are all former gappers. If you're wondering how I found these are just stocks that we've traded before. Big support below, place the limit order, apparently way too conservative almost every time, and kind of that's how I like to do it. Nice, Heiko. BRN, sweet trade on this one. Nice work. Is that 2 trades you got on it? Looks like you got 2 trades. It's hard to say. Nice stuff. Yep. Dollar cost averaging works really well in long term. NETE is dead to me. Yeah, it's a little bit dead to me as well. So those are just some, obviously I wouldn't recommend trading any of these stocks right now. To me, they're all kind of going to the downside. I just have some leftover conservative limit orders that I have yet to remove. I would like to start swing trading really on a ticker, maybe even some mid-sized companies like Sono. Which has been doing really well. So this one had a big breakout here from a major resistance zone at 1250. So this one could actually be a really nice one. Long-term trade, we have, or a swing trade, we have 180-day support right below it. So this one could be an interesting swing trade opportunity. Maybe I'll look for a dip buy on this one as well. Yeah, I feel you, David. It's always annoying when you kind of break those rules. It happens to me from time to time as well. Sona's having a bit of a pullback here. Actually, I can get rid of my NETE trade and place a limit order on Sono. BRN is kind of making some moves here. Yeah, Sono, I've been waiting for a little bit of bad news to come out with Sono, but they've kind of been popping up everywhere lately. Huge buy volume on this as well. So I'd probably buy back here on a potential pullback. That's kind of what my goal would be on Sono. I would have to use a pretty awkward position size. Maybe even 80, I'm not sure. Yeah, that would work. Could maybe even squeeze like 85 out of it or so. All right, so yeah, $25,000 challenge is still kind of, it's been a slow week for it, but I know it's gonna have its hot moments. So there's no rush on that kind of front. A little bit unfortunate here. We started off the day green and then kind of gave back a little bit more, basically down 40 bucks on the day. My max stop right now is kind of 10% of my max position size, which is around $2,000. Or 3 red trades in a row, and that's what we broke. Actually, we got 4 red trades in a row. So technically, I did break my rules. So we have the 3 trades in a row that are red. We have the 10% of, I should even say average position size, but I'll just say max position size because that could technically happen. And what was the last thing? Can't remember. Oh yeah, giving back half profits. Giving back half profits. I've noticed every time I give back half of my profits, so I'm up, let's say, 100 bucks, and now I give them back 50 bucks. I've noticed that I actually end the day red. So I want to make that a rule as well. BRN. Oh no! Catching up in the chat. Heiko says TD just messed up. Screwed my order. 200 profit, 200 instead. Oh man, dude, I'm sorry to hear. That freaks me out. That happens to me pre-market a lot because with TOS pre-market you have to put in the extended hours, which means you have to edit every trade. It's really, really hard to get out of a trade quickly pre-market. That always freaks me out. Sorry to hear, man. Seems to like a really tricky day today. We didn't have those nice clear patterns today that I've really wanted to just kind of jump on. So today, again, a little bit slower. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, it's gonna pick up a little bit. Go till cancel, okay. at TIF on active trader. Oh my god, I think you're about to change my life forever. 1 second. TIF. Oh, how did I not know that? Jay, I really appreciate that. I thought I was gonna lose my mind on this. Really, really nice stuff there. I really appreciate that, man. Oh, come on. Order template selector. Okay, well, let's see what happens here. Template. Yeah. No. Looks like I can't get rid of this one. Maybe I can. I don't know. I'll play around with. I feel like I'm going crazy right now, just clicking buttons. Yeah, man, Jay, I appreciate that. TIF. I can't believe I did not know about TIF, but that's why we have the community here. SINT. Let me quickly pull this one up. Renee, TIF allows you to switch. To be honest, I'm not totally sure what TIF stands for, but you could switch the type of trade you do. So obviously day trade is the standard one, but I don't know if you guys ever noticed, and you probably have if you trade TOS. Wow, SINT, what a pullback here. Huge bounce off of 1.3 though. I probably would have had my limit order at 127 and never got executed. TIF is basically so you can pick, good till cancel, extended hours, good till cancel, and extended hours. So when I trade pre-market, I usually click this one, and I have to manually do that. It's really annoying. You're basically always just tripping over yourself pre-market. So thanks for that. Thanks for that call. Basically, pre-market, you just want to have it selected as that. Really, really good to know. What if I move TIF over here, auto send up here as well? That's not too bad, not too bad. I'm over here doing some design work, guys. Although I kind of feel like my auto send is a little far away now. Maybe I should just have that one front and center. I just got to remember to check it. Well, okay. I don't know. VET stock. Well, that's funny you say that, Eddie. Time in force. Okay, thanks for that, Lucy. Eddie, actually, all we do really here is day trade. I usually only adjust the swing trade positions after my stream in the recap video, and that's really the only place I talk about it. But we're done trading today, so I'm no longer day trading today. I hit my max stop today, 3 red trades in a row. So that's why I'm talking about swing trading. I don't want to confuse anybody, but that's why I'm not, I don't know. I hope that makes sense. Can you speak on reading that time and sales tab? What do you mean by that time and sales tab? Was speak on it? Yeah, it's true. It's really not the week for momentum traders at all, because you don't get that follow through. Honestly, buying dips and taking base hits tends to do much better on a time like this. So it's still day trading, but just being very, very tight, and really buying the dips more than anything. Nice, Igo. Good job cutting that loss quickly. Time and sales doesn't really affect the price movement. It's one thing to look at to see some big orders coming through. Sometimes if I see something getting chipped away, big orders here going through, I'll maybe that's a sign that we're going to break some support or resistance. So that's kind of why I like to look at it. It tells me sometimes where halts are going to open up again. I find it kind of convenient to have. I wouldn't want to not have it. Good point, Luigi. I just switched actually from my 15-minute EMA to my 9-minute EMA. Not sure if I want any more things on my chart. I feel like it's already kind of cluttered as it is, but 8 and 21, I keep that in mind. But I think as long as you get used to your setup, I think it could work. For me, I've noticed my breakout trading was better when I switched from 15 to 9-minute EMA, because it made me a bit more aggressive in my entries, and which is really important. So I guess the 8 and 21 kind of feeds into both of that a little bit. Yeah, but good point, TA, with the momentum trading. It's really not. Last week was so hot for momentum trading, and then this week is just a little bit of blah, just a little bit of a lot of fake outs, shakeouts. Pre-market though, KTOV, I remember watching it at like 7 a.m. and I really should have stuck to my guns a little bit more with KTOV, because right in this area, I'm not sure totally. I think it was on this pullback. I was like, oh man, this is looking good. We had a setup here. I should have got aggressive on this one. We had another pullback here. Could have got aggressive on this one. So KTOV, trading it pre-market would have actually been the way to go. And then, since today is slow, we didn't get good follow through at the market open. And then, buying the dips, all these dips on KTOV would have been, well, I mean, sometimes you would have got probably skunked pretty hard, but overall, buying the breakouts like right here just didn't work. So at least buying the pullbacks would allow you to maybe close out for a 3% profit or so. Just a slow day overall in the markets. BRN still pulling back as well. I think we're just going to have to probably wrap it up and live to trade another day. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. I'm going to be wrapping up pretty soon here. But I appreciate everyone coming out today. Thanks for the tips. It's always good fun to have a little bit of community. The community is actually growing tremendously. It's been so much fun here. I didn't trade STIM, but yeah, Heiko, you're right. FFHL is just a little pullback central here. This one was such a nice runner, though. I mean, this was 76%. Wow. Mr. Alex, appreciate it. I mean, you're welcome. Woo! Yeah, Heiko, and that, see, recovering from a $2,500 loss is hard. Recovering from even your big $800 loss, I mean, that sucks, but it's, you know, a third of how hard it would be at $2,500. And then you just live to trade another day. Yeah, I don't plan on charging ever. I don't know. I really did not even think it was going to take off this much. I was just kind of streaming, and like, I mean, Corey knows and Satoshi knows, he's not in here today. It was like 15 guys for months, or people, I'm not sure if they're all guys, for months, and then it really blew up like 2-3 months ago. If you want to, you know, if you call this blowing up, I think it is. Never, Alex, never say never. I think what I would consider, and I've have many people ask me this actually. Tristan, $75 red day, not too bad, but I think a few people are in the same boat. Yes, I would not charge for these streams. I mean, that's ridiculous in my opinion. But I do have people asking me emailing me a lot of questions, and I would probably take on a few private tutoring clients, like Heiko's saying. I haven't really thought about that too much because my time is very limited at the moment, so I don't think I could really fit it in. But if I start scooching things to around, maybe next month I could start looking into that. And I have one person specifically where I probably will do it with, who's been asking me starting in a week. So if I do that, then I'll probably make an announcement that I might look for like 2 more spots or something, because if I'm going to tutor one person, then I might as well tutor 3, but I think I'm not going to go more than that. And that's probably the only kind of thing I would do, and that's kind of really to get somebody going, I think, or to get them to the next level. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely shoot me an email, but still not totally decided yet. But if you guys are interested in that, in some sort of private tutoring for a month or so, let me know. Financial Advice Corporation. We'll have to get some legal work on it. Oh yeah, I could add my email a bit more up. It's at the bottom of the video description. But yeah, good point. Good point, Heiko. FFHL pulling back again. Sometimes you just got to wrap up trading. So I think it was a good idea that I wrapped up trading. Honestly, if I took a 4th trade, I was really looking on BRN. I was looking at it kind of in this area. So this one could have worked, but who knows? Maybe I would have missed this one, try to do this one, and all of a sudden, have another trade, a red trade. So that's why, wrapping up at 3 red trades in a row is sometimes a good idea. Maybe 5 red trades in a row, but 5's kind of a lot. LLNW. All right, let me check out LLNW and see what it looks like. Ooh, wow, nice little pop here to the upside. Big move, huh? I would watch out. This could be a crack here of momentum. Big run though. Streaming during people during online video community exercise more. Big resistance at 7. I'd watch out. This could have a flash pullback any moment, but I'd probably consider buying a dip on it. Percentage wise, it's not the biggest mover, so that's why it's not on my scanner. Yep. Is that not in the video description below though? Let's make it legally. XRF is actually having some decent volume again. This one could be quite nice. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like what I'm seeing here. 82% move, and now it's having breaking this VWAP zone. I'm gonna put a little alert here, see if we break higher on XRF. Okay, it's really hard to find. Yeah, okay, good point, Heiko. I will definitely do something about the email. Ooh, look at the XRF go. I'll be interested to see who trades XRF. I might even trade it, but again, like I said, I don't want to keep breaking my rules here, but I will keep an open mind, but most likely I'm going to be wrapping up trading for today. I'm going to be wrapping up the stream though, regardless. 85 likes, guys, today. Wow, I really appreciate it. Maybe tomorrow, if it's really hot, we're going to hit over 100 likes. That'd be huge. If you guys haven't dropped a like yet, though, definitely consider doing so. If you like the content, if you like the live trading and all that fun stuff. If you're totally new here, we're coming out with a recap video in a little bit. So definitely subscribe if you want to check out the recap video. You don't want to miss it. Also, we go live at 9:15 every day, trade the market open, review the watch list and all that fun stuff. So definitely consider subscribing. Yeah, guys, I will see you then first thing tomorrow. Do what David says, hit the like or get out. That sounds really mean. I guess you could stay a little bit, but you know, think about it. Yeah, all right, guys. I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning in the recap video. Whew, red day. It is what it is. Ciao, ciao, guys.